A pleasant morning to all of you all, my dear children. Am I audible to you all? Okay, fine. I hope you had a very wonderful weekend, and this week is going to be a very successful one to you all. I wish you all. Okay, fine. So we were looking into Unit 2, Prose 2, right? What is the name of the prose? I can't climb trees anymore, right? So that is the name of the prose which we were looking into. So quickly, let us just recollect what we have seen in the previous class. Let me share my screen right now. I hope the screen sharing is visible to you all. If yes, just post an yes. I am on your screen right now. Okay, the screen is visible. Thank you, Raini. Thank you all. So I can't climb trees anymore is a beautiful story which was written by Ruskin Bond. So the gentleman on the screen is Ruskin Bond. So this photo was clicked when he was old enough, right? He is one of the greatest of all writers. He is an Anglo-Indian. He is an Anglo-Indian and he has won plenty of awards for his children literature. Okay, he is famous for his children literature, and he has won the Sahitya Academy Award in the year 1992 for his work called Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. Okay, for that part, for that writing only, he got the Sahitya Academy Award. And then in the year 1999, he got his Padma Shri. And then in 2014, he got his Padma Bhushan Award. Okay, so we are talking about the house, which is not exactly like this. It is just an house with a lot of space around the house, and the whole house is surrounded by the wall. So in those days, it was the British architecture. So that's how it will be. So the British people had enough space in and around their house. So that's how they built their house. And this house is also somewhat built in that particular style only, and it is fully of granite. And I have showed you the turnstile gate, right? So turnstile. So we used to see the author when he was small, he used to swing on this turnstile, and he would be becoming very dizzy. And this is the traditional jackfruit. This is not exactly that jackfruit tree, but the jackfruit tree will be like this only. So you can imagine the jackfruit tree like this. So whose branch is going on top of the house. Okay. Childhood memories, a very wonderful one. In those days, it was like this. I'm not sure these days we're allowed to do this. Anyway, better don't try this at home. Okay. So far, so good. So, dear children, we see the narrator coming to his house after a very long time. He is standing on the roadside on the edge of the grasses. Okay. And he is peeping through the house. When he peeped through the house, he could see the house. Nothing has changed, my dear children. It was built of a granite. It was built of granite only. It was a very strong house. In those days, the architecture is something which is quite amazing. So only change is what? An outhouse was built outside the house. Why is an outhouse built? It is the servants' quarters which is built by the owners. And when the narrator was living there were plenty of trees, but now there are only few trees. And when he saw the jackfruit tree, no, he became very, very, very happy because it was the tree in which he used to climb and play. So that's why he felt very happy. And he could remember his grandmother saying what? A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of the tree falls. So really, a house will be blessed when the shadow of the tree falls. There are plenty of scientific reasons, right? So trees produce oxygen. They just absorb carbon dioxide. They provide us shadow. They provide us fruits, flowers, etc., etc. Okay. So a house with a tree is always blessed. So nowadays it's very rare to see plenty of houses with trees. Okay, and that was the one. And the place where the narrator is exactly standing, no, there was a turnstile on the wall. Turnstile, I have shown you on the image, right? So there was a turnstile there. He used to play on it. He used to go round and round and round until he gets dizzy. Okay, it was an exciting game which he was playing in those days. And now the turnstile is totally gone. So they have taken away the turnstile and they have built a big wall because strangers nowadays they are not allowed inside the house. We talk to them, we go to the gate, we talk to them there. Only if we know them, we are going to allow them inside the house. So this is what exactly which is happening right now. So the narrator is coming after a very long time there. So the house's wall was decorated with a lot of polyhops. What is polyhop? It is a Eurasian tall plant. Let me show you the image. I have already shown it to you. For the ones who didn't see it, just have a look at it. So hollyhock is a flower, a very beautiful flower. It's a tall plant which grows and it decorates the wall. So the flowers will be so beautiful. So this is the hollyhock, my dear children, on the image. It grows very tall. It grows taller than the wall. So it not only adds beauty, but also thieves cannot come in because it is bushy, no? In bushes, we have a lot of insects, so the thieves might get frightened in entering the house. So he was literally looking and enjoying that particular house there. Okay. Okay. Fine. Then what happens? We are going to see. So until this, we have seen. So let me share my screen right now. When I am sharing my screen, I will not be able to see your comments. But anyway, I will come in then and there and look into your comments. Please do post comments which are reference to this one. I will tell you all which all will be written in the classroom. Okay, the materials have been posted, so you can learn through the materials. As of now, you all needn't write any question answers as classwork. We will get the information very soon. So whichever I say to write in the classroom, that alone, classwork, that alone you all can write. Okay. All the other things you get the material. We have already discussed unit 1. Okay, fine. So we have completed 2 paragraphs and we are about to start with the 3rd paragraph. As he was looking into the house, all of a sudden there was a voice. See, what are you looking at? It was a disembodied voice at first. Moments later, a girl stood framed between dark red foliage, staring at the man. She was only 12 or 13, with lively eyes and long black hair. I am looking at the house. Is it yours? He asked. Who asked? The narrator asked. She says, no, it's my father's. Why? Do you want to buy it? She is asking. And he is asking, and what does your father do? He is only a colonel, she says. He says, only a colonel? Well, he should have been a brigadier by now. The man burst out laughing. It's not funny, she said. Even mummy says he should be a brigadier. All of a sudden, so we see the narrator looking and enjoying his old age memory. So plenty of years ago, he could just bring back his memory, how he played in the Holyards, how he went around the house, everything and all. He was thinking. All of a sudden, there was a barrier. See, a small girl looked at him through the wall and she said, "What are you looking at?" She is asking. "What are you looking here?" Like that, she's asking. So the girl, no, a moment later, what happened? The girl through the wall, she peeped and saw him between the red hollyhock flowers and the wall. She came out. Okay, she came out, she peeped, and she was talking to him. And she was about 12 or 13 years old. My dear children, please take a note of it. The girl was 12 or 13 years old. Maybe at the end of her 12 or at the beginning of her 13. So a small girl, exactly like your age. Okay. She was having a lively eyes. How her eyes were? Her eyes were very engaging. Okay, very active eyes. And she had a very long black hair. Okay. And looking at her, this narrator said, I am just looking at the house. Like that he said, and he's asking her whether the house belongs to her. The girl is telling, see, she's just 13 years old now. She's saying, no, it is not my house. It is my father's house. Like that she's telling. And she's asking him, do you want to buy this house? Like that she's asking. And this narrator did not give any answer for that. And he said, and what does your father do? What is your father doing? Like that she's asking. Okay. The narrator is asking. And the little girl is telling, he is a colonel. We all know who's a colonel, right? Colonel is an army officer, a rank of officer in the army. So he is a officer cadet in the army. He is asking, only a colonel? Is he only a colonel? Like that she is asking. The girl is telling, well, he should have been a brigadier by now. Who's a brigadier? Brigadier is a rank of officer in the British Army, which is above colonel. So the next promotion ranking is brigadier. Okay, she is telling, he is just a colonel right now. Very soon, he will become a brigadier. By now, he should have been a brigadier, but still now he is not a brigadier. Like that, the girl is telling. Immediately, when he listened to the conversation of that girl, he started laughing. See, the narrator started laughing. The man burst out laughing. It's not funny, she said. Even mummy says he should be a brigadier. So what she's telling, see, this is not funny. He must have become a brigadier by now. But now he is only a colonel. But mummy also told me he is going to very soon become a brigadier. Like that, she's telling. So both of them, the narrator and the small girl, are talking about their father, the girl's father. Okay, is that clear until this, my dear children? I'm on your screen for your reply. Is that clear or any doubts until this? Fine. Okay. Rahini is clear. Very good. Very good, Srinija. Jocelyn, Rini, very good. Very good. Vivin, Vignesh, superb. Ashwin, very good. Okay. Fine. Let's continue with it. It was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark. Perhaps that's why he is still a god. But he did not want to give offense. They stood on either side of the wall, appraising each other. Once again, the girl is asking, do you want to buy it? He said, no. Well, she said, if you don't want to buy the house, what are you looking at? She's asking. I used to live here 25 years ago. How many years ago the narrator has lived here? 25 years ago he has lived here as a boy, as a young man, which means it's evident that he has grown up in this house. Okay, from a boyhood to the young man, okay, to adulthood, he has grown there. And then my grandmother died, and we sold the house and went away. So the narrator is telling like this. See, my dear children. So he wanted to make a witty remark. Witty remark means a humorous remark because the mummy wants the father to become a brigadier. That's why he did not become a colonel. That's why still he is a colonel, like that he wanted to say. But he did not tell that because he didn't want that little girl to be upset. Okay. And then what happened? That girl is asking him once again, do you want to buy this house? Like that she's asking. And the narrator says, no, no, I am not here to buy the house, like that. And the girl is asking, okay, you don't want to buy this house. Then if you don't want to buy the house, what are you looking at? Why are you staring at my house? Like that the little girl is telling. So the man, no, the narrator is telling, I used to live here 25 years 25 years ago, the narrator says that 25 years ago, this house belonged to him and his grandmother. Okay. When the grandmother died, no, they sold the house and they went away. So the narrator says like this. So the girl comes to know, okay, the narrator once lived in this house, once he was the owner of the house. Like that, she came to Am I audible, dear children? Okay, fine. Very good. Sorry, there was a technical collapse. Okay, fine. That's why I came to check you all. Okay, dear children. Is the screen sharing visible right now? Is the sharing visible, dear children? I'm on your screen. Okay, fine. Thank you, Ritu. Okay, dear children. Now, what happens? See, so we have seen up till this, right? Okay. So we have seen this. So it was on the tip of the tongue. The narrator wanted to make a witty remark, but he didn't want to disappoint that girl. And the girl once again asked, "Do you want to buy the house?" She asked the narrator. And the narrator said, "No, I don't want to buy the house. Literally, 25 years ago, I grew up in this house. This house belonged to me. I was a boy, I was a young man, I grew up there only. But after my grandmother died, I sold the house." Like that, he said. Okay. And see, she was very silent and she's asking him, "Okay, and you would like to buy it back now? You want to buy it back right now, right? But literally, you are not prosperous, you are not rich enough to buy this house." Like that, the girl is telling. And the narrator is saying, "No, I wasn't thinking of buying it back. I don't want to buy it back. I just wanted to see the house again. That's all." Like that, he said. "How long have you lived here?" He is asking the little girl, how long this house belonged to them. And the little girl smiled and said, "It was only 3 years since they have bought the house." And also, the girl is asking him, "Would you like to come in and look more closely?" She is inviting him inside the house to take a look at the house. And the narrator is asking, "Wouldn't your parents mind? Your parents are going to scold you. Don't call me inside." Like that, the narrator is saying. But she is telling, they have gone to the club. They have gone to the club and they won't mind. They don't get them angry and all, because I am allowed to bring my friends home. She says that she is allowed to bring friends home. Okay. And the narrator is asking, "Even an elderly friend like me, am I allowed inside your house? I am not at your age group. I am bigger than you. I am older than you. Am I allowed?" Like that, he is asking. And the girl is asking him, "How old are you? What is your age?" Like that. He didn't disclose his age. He says, "Oh, just middle aged." Middle age means what? Between 35 and 45. So that is middle age, no? But feeling young today. He said, "I am feeling very young today." And in order to prove that he is very young, instead of going into the house through the gate, he planned to jump over the wall into the house. But as I said, no, when you are just 35 years old, you're going to pant for breath. Okay. When he climbed on the wall, he was finding it very difficult. But anyway, he managed to climb on top of the wall, but he started breathing heavily. So he started breathing very, very, very heavy. Now one part is over. He has climbed on the wall. The other part is what? He has to jump inside the house. We are going to see whether he has jumped in or not. Okay. Are you able to understand until this, my dear children? Until this, are you able to understand? Any doubts until this? Okay. I hope you all are clear. Very good, my dear children. Let me go back to my screen. Okay. Now see, middle-aged man on the flying trapeze, he muttered to himself. He told to himself, "It's like a middle-aged man being on a trapeze." Now, what is a trapeze, my dear children? Trapeze means, this is the image. In circus, we have no a bar being tied on the both ends. A bar being tied on the both ends. It's a horizontal bar which has been tied in both ends by rope, and it is used to swing, right? You would have seen in the circus. Have you all seen this in the circus, my dear children? Have you all seen a trapeze in a circus? Literally, I wouldn't have known that it is a trapeze. Trapeze means what? In circus, they will have no a bar, a horizontal bar tied in both ends. It will be tied on the top end, and we used to swing on it. So he says that a middle-aged man climbing on top of the wall feels like climbing on a trapeze, he said. He muttered. What is the meaning of muttered, my dear children? Muttered means to talk in a low tone, low voice. Okay. So he climbed on top of it with a lot of difficulty. So she said, I'll help you, she said, and gave him her hand. So she's very small, my dear. Yeah. Are you able to hear me, ma? Are you able to hear me right now? Is my audio clear? Okay. Sorry, dear children. Fine. Okay. I hope you all are clear and you'll know what is a trapeze also. Okay. I'll help you, she said, and gave him her hand. See, a small girl, could she help him jump down? Literally, he's going to fall on top of her. He also knew about it. He didn't want to show her that he cannot jump down. So, what did he do? He slithered down into the flower bed, shattering the stem of a holy oak. Slithered means what? He slipped and fell down. He slipped and fell down on top of the holy oak tree and he broke one of the stem of the holy oak. Okay, he fell down in a hurry burry. He jumped inside, but he managed somewhat to land down on the floor. As they walked across the grass, he spotted a stone bench under a mango tree. It was the bench on which his grandmother used to rest. When she was tired of pruning rose bushes and bougainvillea, let's just sit here, he said. I don't want to go inside. See, my dear children, somehow he has come inside the house. When he came inside the house, they both were walking across the grass. Okay, they were walking on the grass. Beneath a mango tree, he saw a stone bench. So this stone bench is there right from his childhood. Okay, for many years it is there. More than 25 years, that stone bench is there, and it was the stone bench in which the grandmother used to take rest after pruning rose bushes. What is pruning here, my dear children? So we used to trim the roses, no? We used to trim the trees, no? That is known as pruning. Okay. She used to cut the rose bushes and bougainvillea. So we all know what is rose is, but what is a bougainvillea? So let me show you what is bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is also a flower. It is also a very beautiful one. Let me show the image of it. Dear children, this is Bougainvillea. See how beautiful and attractive it looks. So this is Bougainvillea. So see, the house was totally decorated. In those days, they had rose plants, bougainvilleas, the hedgehogs, everything were there. Okay. It was the duty of the grandmother to go and look into the rose buds. So she used to go and trim it with the help of those big scissors, right? She used to trim it and she used to do all sort of work. After doing all these work, she will become tired and she will come and sit on top of that stone bench. Okay. So all these images come into the mind of the narrator. And he is telling to that girl, let's just sit here. Let us sit here, ma, like that he said. I don't want to go inside. So see, he's a gentleman. He didn't want to go inside the house. So he sat outside the house in that garden and he just wanted the girl also to sit there. And the girl sat beside him on the bench. She also sat on top of the bench. They were silent for some times. The man closed his eyes and remembered other times. The music of the piano, the chiming of a grandfather's clock, the constant twitter of budgerigars on the veranda, his grandfather cranking up the old car. So this man, no, he sat on the stone bench and he closed his eyes and he could remember the days in which he lived there. What all the sounds he could remember were the music of the piano. In those days, piano, each house, each rich house has a piano, and the grandfather used to play it, my dear children. So that was the music of the piano. Then the chiming of the grandfather's clock. What is chiming, my dear children? It is the melodious ringing sound. I'm not sure how many of you all know about it. Each 1 hour there will be a beautiful melody music, and then if it is 1 o'clock now, there will be one bell. 2 o'clock means two bell. You all would have heard about it, I guess. Okay, the chiming of the grandfather's clock also came to his mind, and the constant twitter of bajrigas. Bajrigas is a Australian bird. Now. It's a small parrot family. It belongs to a parrot family. They used to rear it. So that comes flying to the veranda of them when they were very small. Okay. And then the cranking of the car. When you start the engine, the sound will come down. When you start a car, there will be a sound, no? The cranking sound. All these sounds came to his mind. Okay. Now let me show you what is a bajrigama. Vajriga is a bird. Let me show the image of that particular bird for y'all. So this is Vajriga for you. See ya? So these are Vajrigas. See, so beautiful, no? The house is filled with lot of rose plants, the hollyhocks, then the bougainvillea plant, and it is also decorated by these colorful birds also. So everything comes to his mind. So plenty of sounds are coming to his mind. Are you able to understand, my dear children, until this? Is there any doubt? Any doubts? Okay. Dear children, so this is where we are about to stop. So these are the sounds which comes to his mind. When he closed his eyes, when he sat on that stone bench, when he closed his eyes, certain sounds he could hear, he could remember. What are they? The music of the piano is number one. The chiming of the grandfather's clock is number two. The constant twitter of bajrigas on the veranda is number three. And the fourth sound is the grandfather cranking up the old car. Okay, they are not like the new ones. So these are the sounds which are here. Okay, fine. I hope you don't have any doubts. Uh, Fine. So justice has seen Vajrigas. Okay, fine. Thank you very much, my dear children. We'll meet tomorrow.